Akira, one time my cat came out of the woods with a big-ass rat. Well, that's because you got a cat.
Goofy Goober token?
Cats always bring you nasty shit like that. Well, then again, dogs do too. So I can't really let my prejudice for cats blind me on that. My dogs brought home some pretty nasty shit too. And then he in turn lays some pretty nasty shit. I just realized SpongeBob and Patrick talk a lot more in the driving levels than vanilla. I don't know if that's something Double did, or if... I want to say it's something Double did, because he made a mod that, like, restored a lot of scrapped lines for the Paddy Wagon. Like, I know Pat and Bob in this NDX, they don't talk as much in the levels. Because that was also something Double did.
I have my cat, she's staring at me right now, and she's just murderous.
As all cats are. Didn't know you could use that monster as a shortcut. Oh, you can do a lot of shit in this level, Agent. You can do a lot of shit.
I've had to clean up Bonnie, leaving entire bunny rabbits around.
God damn. All our cat does is
she's like
mutilate mice.
And she's like runt of the litter sized. She's tiny. Let me get my Steam Deck's like right over there. It comes with a case, which is something the Switch sorely needs. Then again, it doesn't have a dock like the Switch does, so it doesn't have as much of a home.
Mario Final 4, did you see the Moonslide mod? It's cool, but hard. Boy, I played that for the last mini music swap. And yeah, it's cool, but hard. Really hard.
I know I totally said this like last stream or something, but I should really get back into the playing the games from the modded scene, because it's blown up since I last touched it.
Oh yeah, some of the stuff we've made for the challenges are like top tier shit. Moonsliding is not one of those top tier mods, by the way. But it's still pretty fun. It's literally just rub-a-dub, but there's MIRVs, and you go really fucking fast. Like, you go at like 5 times the original speed. It's wild. And the guy who made that, his entry, he's participating in the slide challenge too, and he's uploaded a video of that. It looks really good. Like, it's still blocky, but he's built it with the speed in mind. So now you can zoom, 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 and not fall, fall, fall every 5 seconds.
Okay, I'm booting CD here. Oh,
I heard it.
Oh
Boo.
dear.
But I also heard you say, "Oh dear, what's wrong?"
No lie, that is a black screen.
Oh, so there's audio but black screen. Amazing.
Yeah. Oh wow.
CD hard mode. Let's go.
Curious, because I'm pretty sure that Sonic Origins is like checkmark complete compatible with.
I was saying, yeah, then
deck.
Origins literally have CD in it. That exact version.
Yeah. So I don't know why this version specific is. Oh well. I don't like CD all that much to play it on deck anyways. I got Sonic 3 Air on here already.
Hey Koopa, are you going to make a Paper Mario 64 ROM hack? Fuck no. Guys, I can barely mod these games. You think I'm going to even touch N64 games? Hell no.
N64 games are really interesting because they can be really touchy. Like, a lot. Like, if I remember correctly from Majora's Mask modding, I remember that they tried changing Link's model and they could like barely do anything before the game would just crash.
Good lord.
Okay, let's try different Proton versions here.
No! We're coming back to Rock Slide later. Because I jumped over a ring.
Ooh, that version of Proton caused the game to crash.
Hey, Mario fan, hey Koopa and Ethan, are you guys excited for the Mario? Guys, I'm gonna watch that movie as soon as I can. I'm
watching it day one. I might even take a friend.
I probably won't be able to see it day one because I think I got college that day, but yeah, my plan is to go watch it and take my nieces. Because I wanted to take them for Sonic 2 because they love Sonic now. Wonder who's responsible for that.
I'm about to spend $40 at the movie theater.
But like, I didn't get to take them because their dad took them before me, which, you know, how dare he be a good father?
How dare he?
Yeah, like, figured they like the blue Blur, surely they like the red Plumber. Boy.
Okay, so it looks like it works with a custom version of Proton, which I don't have.
Boy.
I can't believe that the release of the Mario movie is so close.
Oh my god, yeah, like, shit, that went from being so far away to being, holy shit, how is it so close?
Like, I didn't even realize that it was
practically
this month.
Here.
I think my girlfriend wants to like watch it like with me, but I'm not going to see her for another 3 months, so I'm totally just going to watch it and not tell her.
That's how I am with my dad half the time too. Mario movie 93 is better? Sir, how dare you have your own opinion?
That opinion is wrong.
Yeah, so that opinion's wrong. No. So I'm not letting my illumination bias block me for watching this, because this movie actually, the new one unironically looks really good. And I actually watched Minions 2 recently when I went to Dad's, because he loves Illumination. Not gonna lie, unironically, not a bad movie. I actually really enjoyed watching it. And that's coming from someone whose only Despicable Me movie they like is the first one. And someone who really does not care for Illumination. Like, the only thing I'm not jiving about with the upcoming movie is good old Chris Pratt. But even then, he's gotten better. Not much better, but he's gotten better.
I definitely say that there are worse choices.
Oh yeah, there are people forget that they could have made a way worse choice for Mario.
Like,
or could have gotten like Dwayne Johnson as Luigi or some shit. And it, Jack Black fucking
live action Luigi.
Bowser.
Jack Black really does Bowser really, like, nicely. Like, if Bowser had to speak full sentences, that's how you would imagine it.
But I remember I was talking about it with some friends of mine, and we called it. I had a feeling he was going to be good, because if you've heard Jack Black's metal singer voice, it is pretty much Bowser. Because, like, people tend to forget Jack Black used to be a metal singer, so he could definitely do deep, growly voices.
But, yeah, I'll tolerate Chris Pratt, but I'm never gonna forget Stompin' Koopas.
Yeah, no one's gonna forget that. That moment was pretty bad. I remember on one of some... Okay, I guess if you like cyberpunk-style movies, the original's fine. The original's a fine movie. It's just a bad Mario movie, in my opinion. Like, it's just another cyberpunk movie from that era. That's why I don't really care for it. Hey, Koopa, have you played Star Wars Episode 3 on PS2 and Xbox? No.
I recommend you give it a try. I picked it up on Xbox recently, and I can't necessarily gameplay-wise, it's workable, but I really like how after you beat the final level, it gives you an alternate version of the final level where you play as Anakin and he wins instead.
I knew there was an alternate ending to the game.
Yeah.
And I actually learned not a while back, Complete Saga technically gives you an alternate ending to that fight, too. I say technically in massive air quotes.
The difference is hardly...
Yeah, like, the difference is barely noticeable. Like, the only difference is if you beat that fight as Anakin, Obi-Wan falls and gets up. That's it.
And then... like, he just kills him anyway.
Yeah. Like, about the upcoming Mario movie, like, I know a lot of people in my art classes weren't jiving with Peach and Toad's voice, and I was like, you guys are wrong. And I'm like, well, first of all, Peach actually sounds like a woman now, not a woman doing an impression of a man doing an impression of a woman.
I have no opinion on Peach's voice at all. Like, it's fine. I'll live.
For Toad, I don't want a movie with the actual Toad voice. I don't. Because I hate Toad's normal voice.
I think it captures the essence while not being annoying.
What do I think of Chris Pratt as Mario? I'm pretty sure I said this earlier. He's gotten better. I still don't really care for him in the role, though. But they could have picked someone a lot worse.
Like, all things considered, he's at least an actor.
Like, if anything, I'm just bitter about Martinet being in the movie. At the same time, though, the people who say he should have just played him from the start, you guys have not heard Charles speak full sentences as Mario or Luigi. Because it's not good.
I really like those videos that he had on his Instagram before it was gone, where he went around with these Mario, Luigi, and Wario figures and would...
Yeah, those videos were very wholesome, and his interactions at, like, the E3 with the DS was very wholesome, but, man, his speak full sentences with that voice, it's cringy. If anything, he does Wario in full sentences better, and I only say that because they actually gave him a chance to do that in one of the games.
WarioWare Gold is my favorite WarioWare game, simply because Wario speaks, and I'm so sad that he's the only silent character in Get It Together.
Yeah, which made no sense. Like, everyone else is, like, half silent. Like, they do the Shantae Seven Sirens thing where they talk half the time. Like, they still talk.
Yeah.
Just half.
But
Have I called
Wario...
the Mario plumbing number? No. I don't want to. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in what you're selling.
I got my plumbing fixed. Bing Bing Wahooed through my window.
Like, I do remember that commercial, though, and I was like, no fucking way.
For the Mario Brothers and plumbing's our game.
Because, like, we found out about, me and Will, we found out about that commercial when it aired because he was at my house during the Super Bowl. We were not watching the Super Bowl, though. Neither of us care for football. And we didn't even go out for the commercials this time because we were watching my nieces. And they definitely were not interested in the pigskin ball. So we found the commercial via a YouTube upload.
So did I.
Boy. So for all two of you who have noticed, the antenna light being on the poppers, I can't fix that. So, like, the way the changing enemy AI works is you have to essentially port everything over. Like, if you want to port over, say, a flinger, like, if you want to make a desert flinger act like a junkyard one, you have to port over the junkyard flinger in every way. You have to do that with poppers, too. You gotta do that with every enemy if you want everyone to function correctly. And the reason why that's a problem is, in some cases, some enemies will have their antenna lights when they don't have a bucket head. With a fogger, you can get rid of those. Only with a fogger. Everyone else, even if you put the settings there, they're still going to be there. And it's annoying.
I'm really... Decompilations always open up modding to such an extreme degree. So I imagine that for those who know how to handle the coding and the decompilation, BFBB modding is going to become really insane.
Oh yeah, I'm fully expecting, like, so many just better in general mods, like, and like ports in ways we'd never imagine.
Like, I imagine all these scenarios where it's like, if you do this, the game will crash. It will turn from that into, if you do this, fucking recode it.
Yeah. Like, long time ago, long time, like when Rehydrated launched, we had someone in the server, I wasn't even in the server yet, by the way. We had someone who was trying, this is the same guy who made the HD texture pack. He tried to dehydrate Rehydrated by porting Rehydrated assets over, and some of them worked. Like, you can port over the Rehydrated Tikis and they work perfectly fine. They're massive as fuck because of higher polygon count. Like, they work perfectly fine, and you know, a lot of people in that server, they think what Rehydrated should have been was just OG with new assets. Theoretically speaking, that will be possible completely with the decomp. And if that happens, I'm not gonna lie, that might be how I play the game.
The decomp will open up like a lot of possibilities, and it will start running us the question of which is the definitive version, which is gonna get real heated.
Where'd the door go? Where's the door?
I can hear people on either side screaming at each other right now.
The door's gone. Oh, now the door's there. I've never noticed that. Now it's gone again!
But I love it when games get PC ports. I would not play Super Mario 64 any other way, nor Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Look at that glorious render distance, Ethan.
I'm waiting for it to show up on the stream. Because you're still talking about...
Like, move the camera a little, the door's gone. Move it front, pop.
I'm waiting for it. You're heading towards the token.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, that's probably the only token change in the entire game. Not gonna lie. All I did was swap out the extra for the token.
The door's gone. There it is.
Like, that is awful render distance!
I haven't played Movie in a while. I should give it another playthrough.
And another random thing I noticed. All these platforms are hooked up to something. Except the one the token's on. That's just floating. And this is not an object. This is part of the map. This is part of the JSP. And it's just not hooked to anything. Like, it is literally just floating in thin fucking air. God, we need Will on the stream. He would have laughed his ass off at the door.
Yeah.
He's like me. We laugh at stupid shit. No!
Forever ago now, PCSX2, along with its new UI, got custom texture support, and I'm so sad that custom textures for PS2 games are so, like, non-forthcoming.
Shit, makes me wonder how easy it is to make one, because for this game, that'd be really easy.
As easy as it is for Dolphin.
So shit, like... Oh, what the f... I'm in a block. Lovely.
It works the same. You press a button to dump the textures, and then there's another folder that loads them, and you load textures checkbox.
We had a really toxic member in HI modding a while back. But they actually had a really good idea. A texture mod for movie that takes the best from all three versions, because all three have different qualities. Like, PS2's got the better enemy and character textures, I think. Well, I know they got the better enemy textures. But at the same time, PS2 has the legendary MS Paint springboard.
Damn, I really thought the Xbox would have been the best all around.
Nah, with movie, it's split as hell. In terms of what's the better version.
I know we can all agree that the GameCube version is by far got the most downsides, though.
Yep, only good thing it got going for it is the modding scene.
which is real sad. I'd like that.
And, like, Xbox is possible. Like, people are starting to port their movie mods over. Like, Double H ported his Flip Switch Galaxy mod to Xbox. But the biggest struggle with Xbox right now is the audio. Like, apparently he had a really bad time trying to port it over, because, yeah, Xbox Movie uses Wave. It's still really funky.
Yeah, I'm betting it's very particular about it.
Meanwhile, he didn't even try for PS2, because it's the PS2 version.
Like, I imagine that it's really weird, because the GameCube version is easily, you know, it's the most accessible, but I prefer not to have to play that version if I can help it. But apparently the PS2 version is the most difficult to mod, and the Xbox version, good luck emulating that.
Well, like, right now you can on, like, XM... Oh, no.
XMU is really nice, but it's easily...
It's definitely not perfect.
It is There was a time when I would have really criticized PCX2 for how behind it is, but it surprised me in so many ways that now I'm looking at you, XMU.
Yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a build for XMU specifically built for BFBB, which is a really old build, by the way. Like, they've yet to incorporate it to the main one at all. Except for, like, crash fixes. Because, fun fact, for those who don't know, if you emulated XMU... No, yeah, emulate the emulator. If you emulated BFBB on XMU a while back, it would cause it to crash when you bashed or slammed. That has since been fixed, but... The build, what it did was it fixed issues involving the shadows. Because the shadows are very glitchy currently. But that fix wasn't perfect because it only worked in native resolution. That build works for movie too, but same drawbacks, and it caused FMVs to not work.
I would say that the inability to make the resolution higher defeats the point.
Yeah. And like I was saying earlier, that was the version I was going to record for the updated no music footage, but then I saw there was a way to fix the awful bloom on the emulated PS2 version. Which apparently only happens when you enable resolution fixes, render fixes. So adding the fixes breaks the bloom.
Funny.
Like, that's laughable.
But, the Xbox emulation's just so far behind. I can't even run any Xbox games at full speed.
Yeah, I definitely cannot run... Like, and this computer's a beast. Like, it can run a lot of things at full speed. Like, even Frontiers, which is currently the most graphically intense game I have... The only thing that causes that game to start lagging is having the shadows be high quality. Don't ask me why it's that.
Shadows are very intensive.
But like, I cannot run XMU at full speed. It's nearly full speed. I can't do it, though. And for this beast of a computer, that's a problem.
Like, I'm really glad that Xbox emulation is happening at all. The ability to play Jet Set Radio Future... without having to go through a million hoops to play it is thing. It's just so unfortunate that Xbox emulation never really got the love it deserved.
Yeah,
And
meanwhile, I'm still waiting for them to add movie to the fucking Series X list. If they can add Truth or Square, they can do it, damn it.
And wait, what? Oh yeah. And while I do really like I like Dolphin. I think it's like, if you're looking for the best thing in the universe, Dolphin is it. But I really don't like comparing a lot of other emulators to it a whole ton, because Dolphin is honestly a miracle.
Say, you guys like floating garbage? I've never noticed this detail about movies. Some of the garbage is just floating in the fucking air.
Like, everybody who works on Dolphin, like deserves so many props.
Yeah, like, they've made such a great emulator, yet they can't count to 6.
I'm really hoping that they drop stable builds altogether, because it causes people to stay on outdated builds for 6 years.
Yeah, and like, we have a modder who like literally cannot run any of the beta or dev versions. It's the same guy who made Moonsliding. Somehow their mods work flawlessly, and I genuinely have no idea how.
Like, Dolphin has made so many improvements in the last 6 years that you only get in the like at least be on the beta path. I go on the dev path just because I like reading the changes as they happen.
Okay, so 2 changes about this level people have probably noticed right off the bat, other than the visuals. The first Merv is already there, no cutscene. Here's why. And it's the same reason the end of 3,000 Miles did not have the cutscene. I pushed both of these levels to their fucking limits. And for 3,000 Miles, I added a lot. For this level, I added practically nothing. And the fact it crashed from that was like, ugh. Like, the fact this mod works on hardware is a miracle. The second change you might notice, that's a regular Merv in the distance. That's not a mini Merv. I said all the enemies were going to be at their hardest, except for this level. Half of the Mervs are regular mini Mervs. The other half are full-on hide your kids. I don't have the macho throw. Oh shit. I forgot about that. Well, into hell. Oh, that was easier than I thought it would be.
I think I need to grab a GameCube copy of the movie game. I think I've been missing that one for like 5 years now.
I will never own a GameCube version of movie. I'm perfectly content with my Xbox version that I have to play on my barely functioning Xbox.
My Xbox is still running strong ever since I bought it way back when.
Well, like, mine's still running strong, but at the same time, I've owned it long enough to a point where I need to replace the belt for the disc drive.
Oh, yeah.
And it's also
disc drive belt is
it's also funky. Not a Model 3, meaning I had to rip out the clock capacitor.
I should probably take a look at mine clock capacitor was.
So, like, with my Xbox, since I actively refuse to play Xbox games on the 360, because I think it's just a horrible way to play them, especially with this game, because of the texture bugs.
Are there texture bugs in movie?
Oh, yeah, there's, like, a lot of them.
I know BFBB has them, but texture bugs in movie, I didn't really notice any.
Well, it's weird for movie, because throughout all the times me and Will played this on 360, because he brings, like, he used to bring his hard drive often, because I don't have one. It doesn't happen when you're playing it normally. For some reason, those only happen when you're recording the game.
I can't say I've recorded movie on 360 a whole bunch, but whenever I play movie, I usually grab my 360 because it just looks like really, really nice.
Like, I tried recording it once, and it was for, I think it was the first time I tried to update the footage, and everything was going good until I got to 3,000 miles to Shell City. Then suddenly all the sand was replaced with Thug Tug metal.
I mean, heck, maybe I should play more of it and see if I ever run it. Now, I ran into textures using BFBB.
Oh yeah, that game's atrocious on BFBB breaks on 360.
The sky being a beach ball, the transparency on the net textures being completely gone.
SpongeBob's eye leaving his body when he's on a bungee.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, BFBB on 360.
It's a way to play the game, but
it's like, yeah, it's a way to play it. Doesn't mean it's a good way.
Like, if you've got no other options, I'd still say that's
trying to do this without macho throws really hard.
But I want to get a movie on GameCube just to sort of complete the collection I've got going on here. Because I've got it on PS2 and Xbox already, and those are the only two that I'd probably actually play.
There we go. Hey Kuba, did you have any plans on adding slammers to Shell City that ahead at some... Not in Encore's development, but for DX. Proboscis, the guy that makes the very meme-ish thumbnails for his videos, he ported BFBB robots to movie. Because, you know, a lot of movies enemies are just reworked BFBB enemies. And the original plan for DX was adding hammers to this level to serve as junkyard flingers because, well, there's literally BFBB robots in the background. So, like, my explanation was going to be, since there's people that live in this junkyard, they, like, reprogrammed robots and shit. But, yeah, nobody liked that. If it's not obvious, me and the modding server really don't see eye to eye often, if at all. But yeah, like, nobody really liked that change, which was a shame, because I actually really liked it. But at the same time, I couldn't really think of anywhere to put them. I mean, I say that, yet I've replaced half of the foggers in this level with spinners. So give me time, I could pick a place for slammers. They may not be good places, but they'd be places.
You know something? I think I've got it over on my shelf over here. I'm gonna look at the price. Okay, it wasn't as much as I thought. But I went to a game store and I found that they had on GameCube the Jimmy Neutron movie game. And I was really put off by it because I don't know why they're selling it for $15. It's definitely not worth that.
Good God, $15?
And
isn't that
honestly,
game worth like -2?
If everything there was about that expensive, I would be like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But that was actually a really cheap shop. I got like Sonic Colors for $10.
Oh, yeah, I remember that because you got one with the manual and you wanted one without it.
Yeah.
Also, for those who have not played Encore, you may have noticed the Goofy Goober token in this slide level is right at the start. I planned ahead, you assholes. Because I put a Hans trigger right there. Yeah, I planned ahead, folks.
Night of 100 Frights was $25. Jesus.
Oh, we're already off to a good start. God, we have been streaming for 4 hours. If this was the DX stream, we'd be practically done.
We'd be practically done. What's up, Bonnie? What are you doing? I really wish the selection of Xbox originals on Xbox One was better.
I just want there to be more. Literally not a single Xbox game I have can work on it.
A few of mine are on there. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, Star Wars 3, Star Wars Battlefront. But I feel like the selection is like 3 pages long, which is like way too short.
Like, the Xbox games I have right now, other than, like, BFBB and Movie, are Crash Wrath of Cortex, because I hate myself.
Oh, I got that recently.
What the fuck? Oh, why are you shooting at me from here? Oh, boy. That is not allowed, sir. Twin Sanity, because I hear the Xbox version is just the best one overall. And I also got the PS2
like,
ROM to record it, because I'm
yeah.
not hooking up my Xbox. My Xbox does not like my capture card at all.
I want
And
Twin Sanity on Xbox so bad
very
that I can
recently-
only find PS2 copies.
Very recently, I got Shrek 4. Not Shrek 4. Shrek 2 on Xbox. Even
I like
though
that game.
the end of that game hates me and I hate it.
I've never gotten to play it in like full 4-player co-op because frankly, name 3 friends who would talk to you after that.
Yeah. Like, I tried to get Will to play it the last time we did it, and first of all, we didn't even finish it. Because, like, everybody lost interest as soon, and I mean everybody, me, Will, the chat, everybody lost interest by the time we got to the Jack and Jill level. And it didn't help, I'd already streamed it not even that long ago, and that was like a 6-hour stream, and 2 of those hours were on the final boss.
My greatest fear is the day when I have to review Nicktoons Unite, because I'm going to lose 3 friends.
Yo. God damn it, I still gotta go back and fix this level. There's not supposed to be 2 rings here. There's supposed to be 1.
Come on. And the worst part is I do have all the tools. I've got a PS2 multi-tap sitting around. My favorite thing about the PS2 multi-tap is that each controller slot comes with an extra memory card slot, which is like never used.
I can't remember if there's any multiplayer game I want to try to record for the channel. I want to say, spoiling it right now, one of the future music swaps is going to be Mario Kart Wii, because there's a action replay code that turns off the music. Have not decided if I want that to be a multiplayer thing or not. I'm going to lean towards no, because nobody wanted Team Sonic Racing to be multiplayer. So I'm guessing people didn't like it when I did that for Transformed.
I'd say that's one of those cases where it'd be perfectly fine just single player. I don't know, maybe multiplayer would make the whole thing less tedious though.
Well, for Mario Kart Wii, I'm using 100% save file. I'm not earning anything in that game. I already don't care for it, so...
I don't hate Mario Kart Wii, but I definitely wouldn't play it over Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I should clarify that, because I think there's a lot of people who think I do hate it. I don't hate Mario Kart Wii. I definitely don't think it's worthy of being the best Mario Kart ever, though. Far from it. Like, anyone who says that clearly hate themselves, because that game is way too bullshit to be worthy of the title.
But, Dolphin's net play is, like, really, really nice, so I'm always down for those.
Will I ever make movie Winter Wonderland? No. No, I'm not, no.
I still have to play that.
I mean, don't get me wrong, a movie Winter Wonderland is, by all technical means, possible. Like, it's possible. I'm never gonna do it, but it's possible. Oh shit, I just realized I didn't get the... Ah!
I think this is the ring challenge that gave me the most trouble.
I didn't get the toast. Ah! I'll do it later. So yeah. How old am I? 20... Almost 21? For most of my life, never knew how to do this section here. What does everyone do? They get on the portahead, and they jump onto the cliff. I finally figured out how to do it properly.
My girlfriend just told me earlier today that apparently that it was a Blue Sky movie, Ice Age. It turns 21 this year.
Oh my god. No. No.
The Ice Age baby can drink.
Oh no. So yeah, here's how you do the section normally. I'm about to fail it because I threw the wrong fruit. You're supposed to stack 2 watermelon here and jump onto the cliff. That's what they want you to do. And I actually do that for the updated no music footage. Oh my god, stop targeting that one! Now I can't pick it up! I will do this properly, damn it. I will not be made a liar of. Only my fellow modders are allowed to do that. So yeah, there you go. That's how you're supposed to do that section. Nothing in the game indicating that, other than the watermelons being there. But anyways, back to a movie, Winter Wonderland. It's more than possible. There's only one thing that wouldn't be possible. Fog. And music. The reason why music... Well, everybody knows why the music's not possible. But for the reason why fog's not possible, let me tell y'all a little story involving this level. So this level was supposed to be coded in fog. Like, this was supposed to be a limited vision level for Encore. The way the fog works in movie is very different from how it works in BFBB. Very different. In BFBB, when the fog ends, that's it. In movie, however, when the fog ends, it cuts off everything behind it. Everything behind the fog will not render.
Ooh.
Meaning, what you see is nothing but the void. And yeah, I know I didn't get the toast extra. We'll do that later. When I give enough of a shit to go back to the other levels. Also, welcome, Keldeo Studies. So yeah, this level, I think I actually... this challenge, rather, I think I kind of made inadvertently easier. Normally, flingers come down, but I found out when I was making DX that turrets were supposed to be in this level. So I replaced all the flingers with turrets. And I'm almost positive this level is now way easier as a result. Oh, I just realized it is 4 o'clock. I have to go feed my doggo.
Oh dear.